All right, for those just tuning in, we just wrapped up our game, Necrons, all character list versus the Custodes, unleashing the Lions with a final score, Necrons 94 to a Custodes 80.
I don't think that really tells the story, the score, because it's relatively close. It's less than 20 points. The fact is that I had one Terminator left on the table with one wound, and you had like over 1,200
Lord,
points.
3 Overlords, Silent King, Xeris, Locust Lord, and Catacomb Command Barge.
No, I'm gonna quit this channel if you keep playing this list because it is just brutal. It's bonkers.
You can't say that because you just literally said, I think this might be the list to take to the GT.
Take it to a GT. Don't take it against me. I'm tired of playing against it. Screw this list, man. Yeah, it's
stupidly durable.
I've said it before that it's more durable than it should be, but like you've got 5 characters that maybe are a little squishy, the 2 Psychomancers and the Blastmancers. Everything else has a wild durability buff, like the Hex Marks, Lone Op. You know, it's hard to get to them to shoot them. The Overlords, 4-up invulns, 6 wounds, toughness 5, and they reduce damage by 1. And like that is a massive, math problem to solve there. Because like if you go at them with like say a 2 damage close combat attack, you need to get 12 wounds on average. Because he's gonna make half of his invulns, and then he's gonna cut the damage in half, and then it just takes so much. And any little spike in your benefit anywhere, then the hit, the wound, and then your saves, it's so hard to deal with. I just could not deal with any of the characters really.
I know a lot of people were mentioning as well. They're like, well, with the Overlords having a 5-inch move, isn't that kind of rough? And yeah, it makes them slow, but during that late game when they can push into an objective that's soft, again, that durability means you can't just take a 5-man intercessor and have them go in there because he can turn around and smack all of them off the objective and go, oh, that was cute. And so he's good for that. Might need to send 2. It depends on the matchup. But yeah, and then everything else, the Locust Destroyers, the 4-up invuln, 5-up feel no pain. 2 of them. Scorpek Destroyers. One of them's got a 4-up feel no pain. They all have toughness 7, 7 wounds, 3-up, 4-up. And then Xeris has
7 wounds on an 80-point character with a 4-up invuln. Insane. Toughness 6, toughness 7.
Toughness 7.
Yeah, insane.
And then the Scorpek Lord with the Feel No Pain is 95 points, toughness 7, 7 wounds, 3-up, 4-up, 4-up Feel No Pain, and he's a character, the infantry character that can stand back up for 1 command point. So huge versatility there. And then like Locust Heavies having that random 5-up throws people off. And then Xeris has every single defensive rule you can imagine, I think. I don't think we're missing any there.
Yeah, Lone Op, Invuln, 2-up armor, 4-up feel no pain.
Heals
9
himself.
wounds. Should be a vehicle, but it's infantry, so anti-vehicle stuff doesn't work into him. Eradicators don't get their rerolls. So, yeah.
And then the Catacombs, I know some people were like, oh, I don't think they're... The Catacombs are great healers to fly over there and just be able to go, okay, you did hurt this Scorpek Lord. You got him at 4 wounds. And where those 4 wound point, it's like, okay, I could lose him here. Hit him with the Resorb, get him back up to full. And now that Feel No Pain Scorpek Lord, it's like, okay, now he's tough enough. And that's what happened with Trajan. Because if I didn't pump him up, Trajan would have smacked him. But because of that, it was able to hold him down there. Still lost the Scorpek Lord in the end. But Trajan went down because the second Scorpek Lord was able to get in there and get some solid hits, get him down to that 3-wound happy point to smack him one more time and put him down.
Yeah, because the first time Trajan hit that guy with and going at the 12 attacks at strength 10, AP 2, flat 3 damage, didn't kill him. Just couldn't do it because of the invuln and the feel no pain. He rolled above average on those, but it's just going to happen where it's just so hard to predict. Trajan Valoris should be able to kill a 95-point model, but just couldn't, and then got smacked and killed in return. So, yeah, until you actually play against it, maybe just looking at it, you think you should be able to take it, but it's just there. I mean, I think any armies that do a significant amount of mortal wound damage might cause problems for you, just getting past the invulns. But other than that, I don't know.
It's definitely, I think that I will next week most likely be taking a break. We'll either go Grey Knights or something else if our books come.
Yeah, we should be getting books soon for Death Guard and World Eaters, so it'll be a little fun change up there.
Definitely. I'm getting ready for Demonkin and all that stuff. So I think next, after I finish up I'm almost done with my Purifiers painting them. I think I'll grab prime up the Plasmancers, get this thing painted, and start getting it ready too, because it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this thing, and it's hilarious to just put on the table and go, okay, I have 19 characters. Or, I'm sorry, 19 characters, 21 models. Here you go.
And this is the third or fourth time I've played against it, and I feel like I don't feel like I really screwed up anywhere. You know, it's not like I was like, oh, I was underestimating it. Or
I mean, you scored 40 on secondaries. You had 80 points overall. You constantly had you maxed out the only thing you didn't do, I guess, in some ways you could say, is burning the objective, because you were at 80 points. That was the only thing that was losing.
Yeah, I couldn't really, though, because I couldn't get onto objectives and control them. And like that one of those Catacomb command barges is 4 OC, and it gives extra OC to everyone around.
3 OC for with +1. 3 OC with the +1, yeah.
But functionally, that's 4 OC, and then there's one other character there that's 6 OC. It's really hard for me to get any units on there that are going to out OC you. So, like,
yeah.
And then if I do get on there and try to burn it, you're just going to immediately kill me, because
it is tough. It is tough to get those burns, to get the birds going. And then all at the same time, too, the one objective that you did hold, you could have burned. Then it's like, okay, you scored 5 points, but then how many points would you have lost by not having that secondary objective or primary?
5,
maybe 10, 2 turns worth of it, you know,
to
gain 5 points. So yeah, I guess you lose 5. Okay, I'll give you that one. But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling more and more confident. I feel like I'm starting to, like, Dawn of War is a mission that I typically struggle with. I like to play up more off the hammer and anvil, and I feel like I'm getting a lot more comfortable with this list. And especially the reanimations, letting some characters go, knowing which characters that I need to keep up, and seeing that happen with it over the course of it. It makes it very, very difficult, because it's like there's a character in a pivotal position aggressively, you take them down, but then it just stands back up and I still get to charge anyways. And a score pack with half its wounds, then a D3 reanimation, it's like nothing even happened. So there's a lot of... And it's such a simple, I mean, it's really simple, where the fact that basically my entire army, I have 2 stratagems I use for this whole army. CP reroll, occasionally, and then reanimate characters. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah,
the detachment rule doesn't do anything.
New orders,
yeah. But the detachment rule doesn't matter. I don't use that. Oh, I auto-passed a morale, too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, I can't throw grenades, so I can't use that. So tank shock here or there.
Tank shock here and there, yeah. That's
good. But that's all you need.
No.
Now,
I mean, resurrecting an entire character with this much durability for 1 command point is massive value.
Yeah. And again, the feel no pains with the invulns combined so that it's just so hard to get damage through, and then any reanimation you do is so much value. Mm-hmm. It takes so much damage for, Trajan Valoris takes 3 wounds off a model, and then you bring 2 back. It's like, well, what was that? And I was even thinking about this list today beforehand. Like, is there anything any characters you drop, and maybe take a spider or something to give out the feel no pain? But no, because everything serves a purpose and has an ideal target to go into.
That's what's crazy
even
about
it. The couple characters that are squishier that don't have invulns, you can keep them hidden. Like Psychomancers die very easily because they don't have an invuln. They're just T4, but you don't need to be in line of sight to use their ability. 18 inches, no line of sight. You can use their ability, and then the Plasmancers, the other one that don't really have a durability buff. But again, you can kind of save them for later in the game or sneak them around a little bit. And when they come out, they just 12 dice that on 4-ups to mortals is pretty big.
Before we even shoot, and then
they have a decent shooting attack too.
Yeah. So, and it's in that, like, that it's that pins and needles damage that just is very reliable to just clear those things, especially with the Custodes.
How many points are they?
60 points for the Plasmancers.
Yeah. So for 180 points, you get double 18-inch grenades. Yeah, you get grenades for free twice at 18 inches. I don't know. And then they also shoot. So it's like, and then that's, it's a mortal wound output. So it's getting past a lot of the other things that have damage reduction or good saves.
See, a lot of the way I think, like, the Necron characters were designed, and this is probably the most factual statement I can make about this with this list, is the way the Necron characters are designed is that in a lot of things with the Warriors and the Immortals, which is where most of the Cryptex, aside from the Technomancer, and the Overlord can double up on. Otherwise, the Cryptex cannot join anything else. That's the only 2 units they can join, and Overlords can only join those as well. Mm-hmm. So they want you to attach these things to squads of Necron Warriors, squads of Immortals, and things like that. So their points are kind of based into that, so that you're like, okay, I take a 20-man brick of warriors. Now I take a plasmancer for 60 points to give that unit 5-up crits. Oh, it also does these cool things as well. So when you're looking at one plasmancer rolling 4 dice and then having 3 shots and shooting, it's like, ooh, that guy's pretty good. Okay, let me just destroy the rest of the squad. Now he's by himself. But I don't think they were thinking about the fact of that one guy who's going to go, you know what? I don't need the squad. Just give me the dude. He's 60 points. And like you said, 180 points for that. Yes, for roughly 100, a little bit more than 180, I can get 20 warriors. But I mean, 20 warriors is going to get scattered to the wind really, really quick, where those guys, I can stand one back up and they're very reliable for that damage, getting the damage under.
I mean, and they just kind of keep back so they're not getting targeted, because they got to worry about the stuff that's in the middle on the objectives. The more durable stuff you're putting out there, I got to deal with that stuff. So, it's clear like GW didn't intend for you to do what you're doing here in terms of like Space Marine characters. I always compare it to Space Marine characters, but Space Marine characters, other than a captain who once per game can get 3 extra attacks with his Power Fist, and then of course you do have like epic heroes, certain characters will punch hard.
Gilliman, the Lion.
But just generic characters don't shoot or fight at all. The chaplain is the close combat specialist character, and he gives his unit +1 to wound in combat, which is good, but his own attack is only strength 6, AP 1, and 2 damage. So any AP reduction, any damage reduction, he just does nothing.
Right.
And even at AP 1, even there's no AP reduction, sometimes you just bounce off of 2-up armor, 3-up armor, sometimes you just bounce. Like all of your characters, not all of them, but like 5 or 6 or 7 of these characters are punching at AP 3 damage, high strength, 8, 9 strength.
And even the weaker ones that aren't hitting as hard are still hitting at least at AP 2. Catacomb Command Barge, AP 2. The Psycho and the Psychomancer is AP 3 for 3 damage. It only gets 1 attack, but he's still AP 3
But
damage.
better than like an Apothecary that gets 4 attacks at strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Like there are so many Marine characters that have almost no damage output. Whereas we look at some Death Guard characters, they have some damage output, but they have the Necrons, just for how many points they are and how durable they are. The damage output's huge. Like I have to be worried about your shooting because, like the Overlord, the Tachyon arrows combined with the Mineers, everything hits on 2s. If they're close to the Silent King, they're going to reroll 1s, and then they're wounding on even big vehicles. It's all strength 14 or strength 16, so they're wounding on 3s at the worst, and then rerolling 1s to wound. So it's just like this huge efficiency output where you can just wreck something big really quickly. And in addition to that, the mortal wound output from the Plasmaster just adds up so fast that you absolutely can't underestimate it. So,
yeah, and then there's other shooting aspects as well that we've seen in the past with the Silent King, and as well with just his direct damage. But that's a 420-point model. You start to expect those things. Silent King doesn't do well at punching up, but that's not what I need him to do. He's super reliable at clearing all that other stuff, which has been very nice. Like, because it just where his damage is. He has a high volume going into those things. So it's just, he's able to clear units really well. Big things like Primarchs and Knights and stuff like that. And not so much shooting, yes, with the rocks, but that's why those Tachyon arrows are there to be able to boost that. But all in all, I need to get this thing into a Horde army. That's what I really need to play next, because
I'm not going to do it. You got to find somebody else to play against this.
I'm
done with it. I don't want to
bring your crew. Don't want to bring your crew.
No.
Do you want to bring his crew? Let us know.
I don't want to play crude into this.
Let us know. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Right now, I think that I was, like I said, messing with Necrons a bit, seeing if I could get it to edge out Grey Knights, and this might be it. There's a lot with this. Even just in the sense of like, you might argue that the Grey Knights could be a stronger and better build to go and win a GT with, but this is so unique that there is something about it that it's like, okay, taking this unique and just walking up to the table and having people look at it and go, wait, you literally have 19 characters. And a lot of people are going to take Assassinate, which honestly is a trap into me. Because a lot of armies don't have a plan for that secondary.
I don't know, because you just table me every freaking game, so you can't do anything else.
You would have gotten 20 on that. I would tell you that much. You would have gotten 20 on that.
Yeah, but with this army, I can do engage because I can throw stuff around, but it just all dies. I'm all dead at the end. So I don't. Yeah, I mean, crew might be able to do fixed because I can just push up the board and just deny you board presence for several turns. So, I don't know. But yeah, let us know.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be a wrap. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.